Well, I would look at it maybe a little bit differently. I mean, one of the things that Saskatchewan did as a pilot when they first brought it in, they had 8 classrooms and 8 teams. And it was so successful that I believe this past year they've increased it to 30, and next year they're increasing it to 50. And so we just felt like, having seen the success and heard the stories in Saskatchewan, that we didn't want a slow scale up. We wanted a quick scale up. And so these are dollars that are available for us from the 2025 budget. 2026 budget will be announced at the end of February. And as the minister has said, that there will be more prioritized spending at that time. We released the budget in the last week of February, but we knew we had to get started. And one of the things I would say is that the minister has committed that the teams that are hired this year will also carry over to next year. So the additional resources will augment what we've announced today. But did you want to comment on any further on how you determined the teams? I mean, the big issue when we looked at complexity was, we have 3 different tranches. We've got those that are relatively low complexity, that have 0 to 4 kids who might have English language learning, behavioral, or gifted, or some other kind of special need. And then we've got classrooms that are moderate. So those are sort of 5 to 10. Or 5 to 9 kids in a classroom that are characterized by having those special needs. Highly complex ones have 10 or more in a classroom. And so that was really one of the defining factors, is if you've got 10 or more kids in a classroom who are English language learners, or have medical needs, or toileting needs, or behavioral needs, that was the highest priority that we had. Make sense?
Yeah, maybe quickly. Yeah, just on the question of prioritization, we, as I mentioned, we looked at class size, we looked at complexity or composition. So, are there students that speak English as an additional language, have severe disabilities, mild disabilities? And then we looked at the occurrence rate, because of course you may have one specifically identified issue of complexity, but it may occur 10 different times in the classroom. And then we looked at the occurrence rate, the composition rate, and the class size level to prioritize the schools, and then of course distributed the funding to the highest priority schools. And as the Premier has noted, we'll have more to say with Budget 26, and we'll be continuing to look at additional schools that require support in the coming months and years.